Hi everyone. So today we are going to number theory part 1. We will not go through every number theory parts, but what is required for the competitive coding, that only we will see. Okay. So first we will go to sieve of adjacencies. So I will tell you the story. The code is given here for longest prime factor. It can be used by sieve only. So there are many much sieves also, except then other than the adjacencies. That is the sieve of Sundaram and all. So we are interested in sieve of adjacencies only. In sieve of adjacencies, what we are doing is, that is from 1 to n, how many primes are there, which what are the prime numbers are there. Okay, so if you do normally by iteration, that will take huge time complexity. That is not good for us in competitive coding. So we are using sieve of adjacencies, and the time complexity is n log of log n. So it's for improved, right? Okay, so next we are coming to power of a number by divide and conquer. If we do normally, it is a linear program algorithm actually. So now we are coming to a logarithm algorithm by using divide and conquer. We will discuss divide and conquer later, but it is a light thing. But there are some steps. First divide, then you merge, then you again conquer. Then first actually in some cases you need the comparison also. But here we don't need such things. We are naming it as divide and conquer because we are dividing. If it's even number, it's divided into two parts and just we are multiplying them. And if it is odd number, we are multiplying it with the number itself. That is the power of which we want. You can see the code here. There are two parts, power and power mod. Power mod I have shown because in many programs you can see that there will be given the 10 to the power 9 plus 7. This is a very specific term in the CP. Okay, competitive coding. This is a very specific part. This 10 to the power 9 plus 7 you can see, and then you have to take the mod like this. Okay, so next we are going to Fermat's little theorem. In Fermat's little theorem, it is nothing but it is a to the power p minus 1 is congruent to 1 mod p. P is a prime number. If you want to prove that in constant time, you can use this Fermat's little theorem. That is for any random a you can take, and if it satisfies, then p is a obviously a prime number, because this is the a is any random number. Okay, here now we are going to number of trailing zeros in factorial. In factorial, we can find the number of trailing zeros of any big numbers by this formula for floor of n by 5 plus 4 of n by 5 square plus 4 of n by 5 to up to it is not 0. You can just loop and you can just find it. Okay, so that is up to n is greater than 0, and you can just count the numbers and sum the numbers, all these terms, and you can get the answer. So now we are coming to Euler-Stoichhian function. I have written the code, but I am not walking through the code. What I am doing is that I am telling what is it and where you can use this, because code you are getting already here only, and I am telling you the concept. The concept is that for 1 to n, is there any numbers that are co-prime to n? That is 1 to n minus 1. How many numbers are there? That is a co-prime to n, that you can find the Euler-Stoichhian function. And time complexity is very optimized here in this code given here. So you can use this one to find the Euler-Stoichhian function. Is very important in competitive coding nowadays. And so thank you. This is for this for today only, and next video will go for the number 3 part 2, and we'll see the remaining parts. After that we'll go to combinatorics, and slowly we will move towards to the other levels of the competitive coding. And so bye, see you in the next slide. Thank you.